In this section, we are going to discuss about timer in timestamp. In that, we'll, as usual, start with the while loop, and provided that it's only run in one time. Here, cluster constant, and change that one into control, and this one will be the feedback to our case structure. Then it's like coming all the way down and to come as a indicator. If you create the error in and out at the same time, it will align automatically. You don't have to move in particular way. Okay, I'm saving this one into section 3. So we discussed about the section 1, we discussed about the timer in the forward loop, and section 2, we were discussing about the timer in the backward loop, and now I'm discussing timer in timestamp. Perfect. Here, I'm creating an enum constant, and this enum I'm adding edit item. I'm initializing, then also after the initializing, I want to start. Then this is my case structure. And I'm initializing the value. In the initializing, I want to create a time constant. Either I can say timestamp constant here, or I can even make that one into the control. So I'll get a control like this. There are multiple ways we can convert, but let's go for the first basic method. Then we're going to discuss. Replace with a shift register. Then connect back. And I add this insert, some simple numeric palette, and then add. Create indicator. This will come as my timestamp out, or my timer in timestamp. Obviously, I'm going to the VI property and the documentation. This VI for timer in timestamp. Perfect. If I run this value, so let's run first. Before that, maybe I'll add the timer. So maybe because of I want to move the 1 second, so I'm just adding the 1 second window. So now you can see I'll start from the 0 and I initialize the value. Then I have to start. Maybe instead of that, I can convert that one to the control. So now initialize the value. When I start, it started to increase the value 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, same as. Other way around, again, if I initialize it back to 0, even I can select the current time. So this is the current time. Then I can change to start. Then my timer is increasing 24, 25, 26. This is like a 1 second update because I put the 1000. Keep in mind that if you are putting in the timestamp, it's better to put like a 1000. It's like increasing into seconds. So another important fact is there are some palettes like format date and time into string, or the second to date and time. two timestamp. There are multiple operation. I'm just like using the format date and time into string. That same operations you can see in here also on the string. So if you delete this and stick with the string palette, and you can see you can scan from string and the format the date and time from the string. So these are the two operations. So think that if I'm getting my value, the timestamp, so maybe I can parallelly run. So you don't have to consider the same one. So we can run parallelly. And there are an option to change the pattern. So for an example, if I go and select the help, not find example, if you get the context help and select, you can see the detailed help in this one. There's a time format code. In here, you can see that if you want the hours in 24 hours, then you have to use the percentage H. And if you want the hours in 12 hours, then you have to percentage I. If you use the 12 hours, then you have to use the AM and PM at the last display AM or PM. Then keep in that mind that everything is in capital letter if you want minute, second. Otherwise, it's like a month is the small letter. So for an example, for just an example, I add the percentage H, that's my hour. Then I add the percentage M, that's my second. Then I add my percentage minute, then my percentage second. So this is my format date and time. The next one is the scan from string. The scan from string also very interesting. So you can add the scan timestamp or the scan timestamp straight away by adding the percentage T. That's the normal one. Then what you can do, even you can create. So this is your input. The percentage T can be added to get a correct format. So I'm adding percentage T. This is the format which we can add for the scan timestamp in proper way. So there are plenty of items. So otherwise, just like how to select which one you want, scan string ABC or match exact string or the scan SI number. So all the bunch of operations are there, but this is the shortcut for this particular the time pattern to convert into a timestamp. Okay. So now I convert my time into timestamp. So this is the way I initialize in this one. Then I change to shift register. And again, I insert. This is the another way of doing. It's not a separate one. This is the another way of doing. So you can delete even the first, this one, if you're just using the second one. This is the various way of doing the timestamp. Yeah. This is the timestamp in the formatted way. In this way, you can see this is the timestamp in the formatted way. And this is the one. Sorry, this is the replace numeric palette, just an increment one. Yeah. Okay, let us initialize. So I initialize the value, then start. So this is the same one, but if I create the indicator over here. So another option is if you want to go for this is the timestamp in the formatted, and if you go to the property and the display format, even you can the custom date format do not show the year, so the year will be taken out, or the custom format like you want 24 hours, or the various options are there. So even you can create the AM and PM over here instead of going another way around. So these are the bunch of operation we can do it. So even though if you can't display that actual date and time compared to this, but when you have an indicator without any, so you can easily find out those kind of changes. So these are the basic operation. Again, one more time. This is the way to initialize. Even you can initialize everything into 0. Or the any current time or any time, set time now. Then you can start. So the first one is like a normal time, and the second one is a formatted time. So this will be fit into anywhere or any format which you can change. So right now I've changed to the hours, month, second. For example, if I change this one into second, month, and hour, and this one also second, month, and hour. So I initialize, then I start. Then obviously this will be overrule the whatever the format we have given. The custom format, system time format, initialize, then start. 5:33. So this like can't be see much different, but you can see that like this second is gone, but in some reason this is coming into the same format level. So I'm adding one more output. Initialize. Start. So it's like a shift register is output. So the conversion we can discuss like in detail in the coming sections, but this is the basic start. Okay, and practice this one again. For the edit icon, control all and delete. Then timer. Then I'm saying that this is a timestamp. Perfect. And when we go to the our folder, this is a section 3. So I can do that. I'm creating one more exercise so that you can practice. It's a new BI. And I copy all the indicators so you can practice this one. Timer and timestamp. Other one was the solution, and this one is exercise.